What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. Happy Hump Day to all of those who celebrate another day closer to the season opener this weekend against Detroit. And boy, I am getting excited. Real Packers football is about to take place in just about 4 days from now. In about 25 minutes, we will be exactly 4 days away from kickoff. Until then, the Packers did, in fact, hit the practice field today at Clark Hinkle practice field, actually, which is the practice field closest to Lambeau. So Ray Nitschke is on the other side of the Don Hudson Center with the bleachers where they've got training camp and all that good stuff going on. Today they were on Clark Hinkle Field. And while we're on that topic, Clark Hinkle was an absolute stud for the Packers back in the 1930s. Had a 10-year career with the Pack. He was a fullback and a linebacker, also occasionally a kicker for the Packers from 1931 to 1941. During his 10-year career, he was named first or second team All-Pro each and every year. What a stud. When he retired in 1941, he was the league's all-time leading rusher, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1964. The legend Clark Hinkle. Some notables today from Hinkle Field. Micah Parsons practiced today in what was a padded practice. Good news to see after all of the speculation surrounding his back injury the last week. But Matt did say before practice today during his presser that they will have to wait and see how he holds up the rest of the week before deciding if he plays on Sunday against the Lions. And don't come at me too hard here, but with the Commanders game on Thursday night, right away, a couple days after Sunday's game, I wouldn't be surprised to see Micah Parsons miss Sunday in order to get fully ready for Thursday night. That's not what I would want to happen, but definitely something I could see happening. He never practiced during training camp, no preseason, no nothing up until his first practice in Green Bay on Monday, just 2 days ago. So something I would not be surprised to see if the Packers decide to hold him out on Sunday in order to get ready for Thursday's game against the Commanders. We shall wait and see. That's just me speculating. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we see him out there on Sunday, especially on third down. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, Jaden Reed did not practice today. And to be honest, I'm starting to get a little concerned with Jaden overall to start this year. He barely practiced during training camp in preseason. There's been reports out there that he has a Jones fracture in his foot, which according to the experts would be near impossible to play on. And if he did surgery, it would take a while to recover from. So hopefully him missing practice today is just a part of his ramp-up plan this week. But that is absolutely something we'll have to keep an eye on. Elton Jenkins is back. He is back at practice today. He was just limited, but nonetheless, good to see him out there. We need that offensive line to be ready to rock. Aaron Banks is back on Monday with the back injury that he's missed much of training camp with. So getting Elton Jenkins back, just another step in the right direction for that group. One more here. Nate Hobbs did go through stretching. So good sign there, but he did not get in pads. All he did was the stretching, didn't do anything after that. So another guy who is kind of pushing it right up to the limit for Sunday. Hopefully he's back. We need him. So I'm doing live on TikTok today. So that's kind of fun. Let's get into the chat here, shall we? See what you guys are cooking up on this beautiful Wednesday of Packers game week. Happy hump day. Happy game week. Appreciate you guys all tuning in with me here. Jared, I saw that Jordan had a brace on his thumb today. Is this going to cause any issues with him this season? Jared, I did see that as well. He was actually just talking to reporters after practice not too long ago, like 10, 15 minutes ago, saying that it's not causing any problems. It's not uncomfortable. He's able to hand off with his right hand like he wasn't able to before the surgery. So hopefully just a precaution leading up to Sunday. But another thing we got to watch out for, which, man, injuries, just they keep on coming. I don't see any issues with that, though, Jordan. I think it's more so of a precaution heading into the opener on Sunday. Marcus, which game is tougher, Lions this Sunday or Commanders on Thursday? That's a tough question, Marcus. Commanders, I kind of forget, but they made it all the way to the NFC title game last year, and I wanted to right away say the Lions, but I do think it's closer than I thought. You know, the Lions still have all their guys. The only things they lost were the coordinators, Aaron Glenn to the Jets and Ben Johnson, of course, to the Bears. In the grand scheme of things, though, I do think they'll kind of just move right along. They've got too many studs on their team to have any sort of hangover period just because they lost their coordinators. Dan Campbell's still at the helm, still a great coach, in my opinion, one of the best in the NFL. So I think they will do just fine. First game, though, nobody knows what to expect. And, yeah, it's going to be a battle for both of them. Sunday against the Lions, Thursday against the Commanders. 2 quick games in 4 days. NFC or divisional game Sunday, of course. NFC game, conference game on Thursday. So both with a lot of playoff implications later down the line. So got to go 1-1 for sure. Oh, my man, Twan is in the house. So will Parsons make his debut this week or no? That's a good question, Twan. I hope he does. Like I was talking with you the other day, if we do see him, I think it'll be on a limited snap count. Probably most likely we'll only see him on third downs or, obvious passing situations, which I'm fine with. And I was kind of mentioning it earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if they did keep Micah out on Sunday to get him fully ready for Thursday's game. We talked about it a couple days ago. No practices, all training camp. Clearly no preseason games. So you don't want to throw him out there right away, especially with that back injury, whatever that is, lingering. So hopefully he makes his debut on Sunday and gets a couple sacks, right? Thanks, Twan. See you soon. What else we got? My man Nick is in the chat. Micah practicing again makes me very confident his back issue isn't that big of a deal. Yes, they should watch it, but I believe Micah is fine. Also, Rob, I heard you talking about Micah not playing Sunday. Would you be fine with Micah missing Sunday if it meant a loss, but if it got him back to 100% quicker? Nick, throwing some heat out here. Nick, I do not want a loss, so I would not be fine if that's what it meant. I think without Micah, we can win, clearly. That's kind of our thought process all along before last Thursday. But I also wouldn't mind Micah getting an extra week of practice-ish before going out there on Thursday. So the back issue is just such a question mark. Nobody really knows how serious it is. There's a bunch of different angles being thrown out by a bunch of different accounts or, reporters and whatnot. So hopefully he'll be good. He'll play Sunday, get some sacks, feel great, and play again on Thursday. So, all right, what do we got? You are on the Rob Westerman Show. What's going on? Who am I talking to?
What's going on? My name's Flip Blue.
My man, thanks. Thanks for calling in. I seen your call just a few minutes ago. Sorry I missed it. How you doing? How you feeling for Sunday?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good for Sunday. My thing is we got to get it done because I don't feel like last year that we beat any legit team. I just don't feel it.
No, you're right.
We won a lot of games. We won a lot of games last year. But when it comes to Detroit, Minnesota, especially the Philadelphia Eagles, you got to beat them. That's who's going to be in the playoffs. That's who's going to be in the NFC, the Commanders too. So Matt LaFleur got to get it done with the offense and the defense. You got Michael Parsons now, Rob, so it's no excuse for me. It's no excuse for the team at all this year. So I've been saying it on my show too. I got a Sports with Boy Blue. I'm on Instagram. And I've been saying it too. Like, it's the year. We got to go deep into the playoffs. I'm calling NFC Championship game. I'm calling NFC Championship game right now.
Let's go.
With this trade, it's no excuse. Matt LaFleur and the defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, can't get it done. We got Brandon McManus as the kicker. It's time to go.
Yes, sir, baby.
And me personally, Rob, I'm looking at Michael Parsons. How he going to hold up in that cold weather in Wisconsin and Green Bay? That's what I'm looking at, too. How he going to hold up? What he going to do? Now, I know he can get to the quarterback. I know he can. But when teams run at him, what he going to do then? So the defense got to show up. And then LaFleur got to call the right play when it's time to call the right play. See, a lot of times I think he be bullcrapping on the play call when it comes down to a situation, especially when he's not playing a mediocre team, in my personal opinion. So,
hey.
Rob, I got us beating Detroit. I don't know what I think the score going to be, but I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a 10-point, 7-point game, something like that. Because you know they going to lay down. You know they got Jared Goff, Jamar G. They got everybody. So they going.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, my man. The time is now. And everything you just said, I'm right in lockstep with you, my man. Like you said, and one thing that stuck out is, yeah, Matt's got to call the right plays when the right play needs to be called. It's 4th and 1, late in the game, whether it's putting a game away or getting the Packers to stay in the game. He's got to make the right call. No more jet sweeps to Jaden Reed.
Exactly. And how many times every year have we talked about, Rob? Have they talked about on ESPN, even on your show or the Packers podcast, any of that? How many years have we talked about we ain't got no number one wide receiver? We ain't got no number one wide receiver. You got Matthew Golden there, so it's no excuse to get him the ball. There's no excuse to get him the ball. You still got Romeo Dobbs. You still got everybody that's coming back from last year when they healthy. So come on, LaFleur. And then when I be watching Packers game, I'm like, okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is my thing. So I'm ready for Sunday.
I'm ready for Sunday too, my man. You got me a little more fired up. I love it. I need more of your energy, my man. Seriously. Hey, drop your stuff in the comments so I can shout you out. You were kind of breaking up at the beginning, so drop your stuff in the comments. I'll give you a shout out, and I'll talk to you after the show. I love taking your call, my man.
Okay, appreciate it, Rob.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
My man coming in hot. You heard him. It's time. It's time. And yeah, everything he said was right. The wide receiver one conversation, that's been a thing the last couple of years. Well, who are you going to go to on 3rd down on a gotta have it down? Probably Matthew Golden. Romeo Dobbs, of course. But he's missed some games last year with the concussion and the suspension. I don't know. Not gonna dive in too deep to that, but hey, not a fan of that. That's for sure. So appreciate my man calling in. I love that. BCAS in the chat. Lions game score prediction with Micah, with or without Micah. We win it, my man. We are getting a win on Sunday. We haven't beat these guys in so long. We are due. Not that makes us deserve a win. I think we're going to be ready. So score prediction. I think the offense starts hot. I'm a homer. I'm an optimist. So 34-27 Packers. I think we control the game for the majority of it. And hopefully we start off fast because we all watched the division games last year. Every single game, it seemed like we got down immediately, especially those Vikings games. And we clawed our way back in all of them, besides obviously the Bears game. Got to start fast. Got to start fast. Yosef, long time no see, Yosef. Hope you're doing well. Will Malik Willis get any action this year in special packages? Well, Yosef, if we ever see Malik on the field, it's because Jordan is hurt. That goes without saying, right? So all the respect to Malik Willis, truly. But I hope that is never the case. He's probably the best, or if not one of the best backups in the league. He helped us to 2 wins last year, 3, including the Jaguars game that he had to come in because Jordan had to go out with the groin. So, but yeah, if he's out there, it's because Jordan's hurt, which nobody wants. So I don't think with as many guys that we have to get the ball to that they'd put in any package that included Malik, but I could be wrong. So We'll see. Haley is in the house on Facebook. I'll be there Sunday and hoping for a dub. Be loud, Haley. I'm jealous. Chad, my man. What's up, Rob? What's up, Chad? Miss you, brother. Johnny, we can't put too much pressure on Matt to go, and this is his only first year. He's a good wide receiver, and we need him, but not too much pressure. Yeah, Matthew Golden. I think he can handle it, though. He's been talked nothing but highly of this entire training camp, including Matt LaFleur today. So I think he can handle it. Throw him out there, get him the ball. He'll take care of the rest. My man Quad in the house. We're going 3-0 heading into Jerry World. I'd love that. Sunday against the Lions, Thursday against the Commanders, and then the following Sunday against the Browns, who we should absolutely stop. And then, week 4, Cowboys in Dallas, September 28th. A little Micah Parsons homecoming. That'll be a pretty covered and hyped up matchup. That is for sure. Nick, I saw the Texans quarterback got paid $7 million. No way we can pay Malik that. I love Malik, but I think he's gone next year. Maybe Golden switches his number to 2. Yeah, I did see that backup quarterback got a 2-year, $7 million deal, or maybe it was a 1 year. I do think Malik Willis is probably gone next year. So, but that's next year's problem, right, Nick? We'll win a Super Bowl and deal with that when we come to it. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. What else do we got? Riley, good question to end on here. Under the radar guy who will make a big play Sunday. That is a great question, Riley. Under the radar guy that is going to make a big play on Sunday. Well, he wasn't under the radar up until about a week ago, so I'm going to use him. I'm going to go with Lucas Van Ness. And I know he's been hyped up pretty much all of training camp. He's had a great camp. But since we've added Micah Parsons, I feel like the NVN chat just instantly died off. So pair that with the fact that Micah probably won't be playing a full load. I think LVN has a big impact on impact on the game on Sunday. I'd love to see nothing more than for that to be the case too. You know, he had a rough couple of years to start his NFL career. Didn't get a ton of playing time last year or the year before, and now he's finally had an entire training camp to show out, and he did. So all for it to then just get shadowed over with when Micah came to town. So yeah, I'm gonna go with LVN. I think he'll get a sack, maybe make a huge play like a forced fumble at some point in the game on Sunday. We shall see. PLA, don't get after me like that. Come on. There's so many comments in here. I got to try and get to them all. My man, good sets of – I don't think fast is as necessary as quality. Let me make sure I didn't miss any more here for you, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Truly. Good sets of downs, first downs, and good yardage, staying ahead of the sticks. Cool. Just ignore my comments. I apologize. Staying ahead of the sticks. That is one thing that is so underrated. And the thing that ticks me off the most is first down. It's a false start or a holding call. And then right away, it's 1st and 20, 1st and 15. You're playing from behind the stick. Those are just drive killers. And I'm with you. Good play on first down, please. And no 2nd and 10 running plays, please. What's that going to get you? 1 or 2 yards, and then you're set up for 3rd and 8? You might as well just throw it if it's an incomplete pass. What's 3rd and 8, compared to 3rd and 10? So, no, I'm with you, PLA. Appreciate you hopping in. Appreciate all of you guys hopping in, truly. Quad, how confident are you in Jordan Love decision-making and progressing and going into the season? I'm confident. I really am. He should be, and he seems as comfortable as he ever has been. So I'm excited. I've got more faith in Jordan Love this year than I have before, or than I have, in previous years, and that includes going into last year after he had the second half, after he went off during the second half of the 23 year. So I think he had a good year last year, all things considered. Wide receivers led the league in drops. He was hurt, which if you watch the games, which I know most of you guys obviously do, You could see that clearly. So he couldn't get out of the pocket, couldn't really extend plays, which he talked about himself. That's a part of his game that he's really made an emphasis on getting better at this offseason. And I cannot wait. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. My man Durant, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't either. That is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Always love talking Packers, and that includes you, PLA. Appreciate you. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. So have yourself a great Wednesday, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.